50 Cent says he gave the BMF family $5 million legal dollars, so he does not understand where the money went, how Lil Meech blew it before Big Meech got out of jail, but he feels extremely betrayed after that picture got taken between Big Meech and Rick Ross after he got out of jail.
Lil Meech didn't just turn his back on 50 Cent. He allegedly snatched $10 million and made a beeline to 50's biggest rival, Rick Ross. Yup, after years of mentorship, money, protection, even covering rehab bills, Fifth got hit with the coldest betrayal in the game. No warning, no heads up, just boom, Meech was gone. And Ross, he was right there smiling in the background. And now, private messages are leaking and 50 looks like he's about to go full beast mode. But to understand this betrayal, we gotta rewind. Because before the knife in the back, 50 was the one who put the bag in Meech's hands.
I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something. Because obviously that's what Ross did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I had in mind.
When 50 Cent picked Demetrius Lil Meech Flannery Jr. to play his own father, Big Meech, in the hit Starz series BMF, it wasn't just a casting call, it was a life-changing moment. Lil Meech had zero acting experience. He wasn't a star, he was a rapper trying to make it. Nobody in Hollywood was answering his calls. But 50 saw something in him, something nobody else did.
But look, 50, boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long?
50 paid for acting school 2 years out of his own pocket. That's not even all. Behind closed doors, 50 was wiring serious money to the family. According to him, he helped them secure over $5 million in clean, legal cash, the type of money that could set up a legacy.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
This wasn't just about one TV role. 50 had a vision, spin-offs, films, multi-season deals. The BMF brand was about to bring in $30 to $50 million. And while Big Meech sat behind bars, watching his son reclaim the family name on TV, it wasn't a lawyer, a rapper, or an exec who made it all happen. It was 50 Cent, the businessman who kept the BMF legacy alive. But now, that same legacy, it's getting dragged through the mud.
But look, 50, boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long? I know you wanna make your mama one of them walking stars thing put down there. Your mama live, her own walking star.
And 50, he ain't taking it lightly. See, he didn't brag for years. He never posted receipts. He kept it chill. But now he's speaking up because something changed and fans started asking, why is 50 so mad about the money? Here's why. He wasn't just helping, he was invested. Even Rick Ross saw it and started throwing shots. Then October came and Big Meech walked out of prison. The streets were buzzing, everyone expected a reunion, maybe a press run with 50, maybe a documentary. The timing was perfect. But what happened? Nothing. Because Meech didn't run to 50.
We call it renderings. You had the renderings, then you try to go get them loans and ain't nobody loan you that money. You ain't even built the G-Unit studio yet. That might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckled. Your knees buckled. Put your back against the wall. You're hustling.
He popped out with Rick Ross. Not a handshake, not a thanks for putting my son on. Nope, it was a full-on bro fest. Car shows, concert promos, IG flicks, smiling like they'd been boys forever. And the wildest part, not a single mention of 50. No thank you, no love, no loyalty. It was a disrespectful backstab, and the way it played out, it looked planned, cold, calculated, aimed right at the 50's heart. At first, 50 stayed silent, but if you know how 50 moves, that silence, that's him loading the ammo. And here's where it gets wild. Where's the money? 50 said he helped secure $5 million in clean funds. But now it's gone, vanished, and the family broke. He went public posting, "Why old boy didn't look out for me after I sent him to acting school." Then he went at Big Meech saying, "Big Screech, all your people that was out did nothing for him. You come home thinking you the Black Pablo Escobar and fed him up. I helped your family make over 5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault it's all gone. You shining so hard, you wearing the baby's jewelry? B, give the baby back his jewelry." Ouch. And that wasn't it. Word started spreading. Big Meech and Lil Meech were looking broke. Real broke. Lil Meech was out here doing promo videos for $500 a pop. 50 clowned him online. Big Screech got Meech doing promos $500 a pop. Get you one while it lasts. Then he posted a GoFundMe page. Yeah, a GoFundMe. It said Big Meech needed help to pay $30,000 a month in rent for an Airbnb. 50 captioned it, "Help Big Screech pay his $30,000 a month Airbnb. That's one of P's cribs. Shout out to quality control." The internet went crazy. Then he dragged 42 Doug into the mess. 50 posted that Doug allegedly gave Big Meech $100K and roasted him too. "Your daddy, my ninja. You made a mistake giving Screech $100,000. You could have given that to your ninjas. You always been hard-headed." Doug clapped back, "Of course." But by then, 50 had already lit the internet on fire. And fans? They were riding with 50. 50 is a savage. This man stands on business. He's burning the whole empire down. Respect. But how did it get here? How does a kingpin with a hit TV show tied to his name end up begging for rent? Tony Yayo might have dropped the realest tea. He said Big Meech came home asking Lil Baby for a handout. No cap. Even worse? He was allegedly mad his own son wasn't helping him out financially. Meanwhile, Lil Meech out here burning money like it's cursed. $100,000 on Chrome Hearts jeans, $500,000 on a BMF chain, Richard Mille watches, designer denim, and his dad struggling. It doesn't add up. And when 50 unfollowed him on IG, Lil Meech had the audacity to catch an attitude. It's giving broke with money vibes. Heavy. Yayo said 50 wasn't even mad they spent the money. He was mad they wasted it. No plan, no investments, just flexing for the gram. But 50? He wasn't done. Because in the pettiest, most savage move of all, 50 allegedly bought the halfway house Big Meech is legally required to live in. Yes, you heard that right. The man who once ruled a drug empire, now possibly paying rent to 50 Cent. And of course, 50 being 50, he couldn't resist. In an interview, he said, "Business is business." Twitter went nuts. Put that man on toilet duty, cleaning up felon mess all day. Meech might be out of prison, but he sure ain't free. Fans were eating this drama up like it was the Super Bowl. After all that mess with the halfway house, fans were still trying to wrap their heads around how deep this beef really goes. But it gets worse, because right when people thought the flames might die down, Lil Meech pulled up with the last two people on earth who could make 50 Cent's blood boil, Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. You remember that beef, right? 50 once clowned Floyd's reading skills in public. That wasn't a joke, that was war. So when Lil Meech pulled up at Lucky Strike in Miami with Ross, Floyd, and a whole crew deep, it was more than just a photo op. That was a message, and not a subtle one. Meech wasn't hiding, he was marketing. There was a Red Letters X1 exclusive merch drop gifted to Floyd like a trophy. Pictures were flying around. Smiles, laughs, strategy. It wasn't friendship, it was chess moves. Then comes the phone call. Big Meech pops in, on speaker, laughing it up with Floyd and Rick Ross like the last 10 years of loyalty and pain and silence never happened. Just jokes, love, and good vibes. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is out here wondering how he just got cut out of his own legacy. And it didn't stop there. Floyd took Lil Meech car shopping, then they hit the jewelry store, then the arcade, and finally, courtside seats at a Lakers game in LA. It was like Floyd rolled out a full Betray 50 tour, and Lil Meech was loving every minute. Now listen, 50 Cent don't play when it comes to betrayal. He built people up just to watch them stand beside his enemies. That wasn't just business, that was personal. So 50 did what 50 does best. He clapped back. He posted a video of Meech and Ross throwing shade, classic 50. He joked, "Tell your pops I'm a lookout. What's the address? I'm gonna send some wings over there." Then he deleted it. But the damage? Already done. And this is the part that hurts, because 50 didn't just invest in Meech's career, he might have saved his life. Behind the scenes, things were getting dark. 50 opened up, said things on set started going left. Meech wasn't just blowing money, he was spiraling. He wrote, "I think he was uncomfortable with me and Mimi's relationship. I'm telling Mimi to stop spending all her money. He's telling him how much he blew. I had to send Mimi to rehab." Then the bombshell. Lil Meech showed up to set high. Not kinda high. Gone. Even actor Russell Hornsby noticed something was off. Then during a weapons test, Meech started throwing up. Crew member Ian pulled 50 aside and said, he got whippets in his truck. 50 didn't even know what that was. So he Googled it. It's the same gas used in toy guns. Inhalants. Not something you mess with on a film set. To prove it wasn't cap, 50 posted a clip of Gandil backing up his claims about Meech's behavior. He said he sent Meech to rehab, quietly, paid for it, covered it, no press. But once the loyalty was gone, no more protection. And then, 50 let loose. He posted a photo of Tammy Cowens, Big Meech's former business partner, and dropped a screenshot of a conversation. He asked her, "Did Meech know you were allegedly snitching while he was locked up?" She replied, "Yep." Then 50 captioned it, "Tammy Cowens. The truth and nothing but the truth. Coming soon." And just to twist the knife, he posted a BMF carousel, but with Lil Meech's face scribbled out in every frame, like an ex you want erased from your life. It was cold, it was petty, it was peak 50 Cent, but it wasn't over, because Lil Meech, desperate, leaked his own text messages. He sent 50 a heartbroken paragraph. "They just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram. Now you mad at me? I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this. I'm not your enemy. I've only shown love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through stuff, but I never switched up on you." It was a plea, but it was too late. 50 had already chosen war. Then came the final twist, the one that set the internet on fire. Lil Meech got on Instagram and said, "Ross gave my dad some bread so he could pay his bills until our next season starts." Hold up. He just admitted that Rick Ross, 50's nemesis, is now bankrolling Big Meech? Twitter couldn't handle it. 50 clapped back. "What next season?" That one line said it all. No confirmation, no loyalty, no future. BMF might be canceled. And Lil Meech, he might be finished too. Because if you can't build an empire with trust, what can you build? And Big Meech, he made his choice. He picked a side and it wasn't 50's. But here's the craziest theory spinning online right now. What if this wasn't just betrayal? What if Big Meech was the one sabotaging his own son all along? Sounds wild, right? But think about it. What if that jealousy, that dark shadow, crept in the moment he saw his son succeed where he couldn't? What if instead of pride, he felt replaced? Fans think there's a quiet father-son war going on, playing out in public, the collapse of a dynasty. A man comes home and tries to outshine the son who carried his name through fire. And in doing so, he dimmed both of their futures. Because with 50 pulling away, BMF is hanging by a thread. Starz hasn't confirmed a new season. 50's already talking like it's over. And Rick Ross? Legally, he can't touch a BMF movie. 50 owns those rights. So whatever scheme they had, it might be too late. But that $10 million question still hangs in the air. Did Lil Meech really snake 50 Cent for $10 million? Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. This story, it ain't over yet. See you in the next one.